back in the garage. So I wasn't really gonna video this, but figured it might make good content.
I'm an idiot!
Good content for somebody. My buddy, this is his girlfriend's Jeep. They brought it to me because he is a sweet driver. And he messed up the front bumper here. He just taped it back up, but it's cracked. So I'm gonna be replacing this plastic cover. I know this is like an 18 plus. I don't know the exact year, but it's a Sahara Wrangler. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just set this up and film changing this out for him. Hopefully it goes pretty quick and doesn't take too long. There's plenty of videos on how to remove the bumper completely, but I didn't see any on just changing the plastic cover. So we'll see what we get into doing that. I'm gonna start off with the easy. We're gonna go ahead and pop out all the push pins, top and bottom. I think that's gonna be easiest to get to this thing. Looking at it. Yeah. I'm not real sure exactly how it swaps out. There is no sensors in this bumper, so it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm gonna pop out some of these push pins, put you on a quick lapse to watch that. If there's anything odd, I'll break in and show you, but should be pretty straightforward with what everybody else has been posting about it. So alright, so I almost got it off here. Here's a better look at the damage after I pulled his tape off. So he said he caught someone else's tire backing up, and it caught this edge of the bumper here, and it cracked it down. So on this, there is a bunch of rivets. So there's two big ones that are here and here going straight down through this top panel. And all these are on the inside of this bumper facing this way, all along this edge here. And then behind each fog light bucket, there's these covers. They're just riveted, or those little push clips. And there should be a bolt here that holds in this, they call it like a oblique. It's just a trim piece. A lot of people do switch these out for either paint matched or black or whatever you want to do there. That's a common deal. Anywho, so when he did that, it looks like it did break the bolt out of this side. Not a huge deal. I'll just put a washer in there and it should eat up the gap of where the hole is. But I'm thinking that's about all that really needs to come off to get this out. It looks like you kind of fold the bottom up and then over the little tow hooks here at the top. So I'm going to continue on getting that out. There was a bunch of 7mm bolts in the bottom for this little brush guard piece that hides where you get to the bumper bolts itself if you were to pull the entire bumper. Really not too bad. Like I said, just a little time consuming. I do recommend, if you're going to be pulling a bunch of those push clips, get some of these pry tools. I have a whole kit of stuff here. It's a mess, but it's got a bunch of non-marring plastic pry tools. So yeah, that makes it a lot easier. Cool little view of my Cherokee and the Wrangler. I actually thought about doing one of these at one time. So that Jeep, I'm sure you've heard me before, but it's a 6-liter LS swap. I thought it would be neat to do a similar swap, but in one of these, because they are an actual frame. They kind of have a roll cage from the factory. Maybe someday. Maybe we'll do that on the channel someday. It'd be kind of cool. I know my wife really wanted to do one of these at one point, and just didn't make sense at the time, but I mean, could be a fun project to film. Anywho, let's go ahead and finish getting this off and see what it takes to finish it up. Didn't think I'd be cutting back in before getting that bumper cover off, but I did find some additional screws. So I already got 3 of them out. It looks like there's only 4, but I'm going to try and get you guys down in here. So there's one here, here, and then same on the opposing side here, and right there's the last one. So I'm using to get to those, because it's tight between the grill and the bumper, is I have my Milwaukee 3/8 ratchet. This isn't the impact one, this is just a ratchet. You know, the one that's good for neutral bombs. Anyway, it fits just in between there with the 3/8 0.7mm socket. Let's see, find it here. Hey, I'm drunk. Where's it at? Okay, right here. Can't really see it. It's kind of a blind spot, but right there. See the bolt? Yeah. So anyway, just wanted to show those because those are kind of tricky. So if you're prying on it and can't figure out why it won't come up, that's probably it. Further on. So there ended up being quite a bit more of those screws going around the outside. Yeah, a bunch of these clips are broken in here. So he must have hit her pretty good. But I think the new bumper has them. You just gotta maybe transfer these little deals over. Anywho, this can actually stay. You don't have to pull all of them. Just a couple on the outside to get it to drop down so you can get those rear covers off. You can see where the bolt pulled through that hole. Anyway, yeah. So if you just follow it around, you can see here's the ones I was talking about next to the grill. And then I ended up having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more per side. They wrap around. So that was all it needed. And then you just snap it up and over these tow hooks. I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, and it broke this off on this side. We're just gonna plastic weld that. I don't know if I already mentioned that. Not a huge deal. So here they are next to each other. This is the one we just took off. That's the one going on. Everything looks exactly the same. All the holes look like they're gonna line up. So I'm gonna go ahead and plastic weld up some of that stuff that needs fixed, and then we will proceed putting it back together. Also, I'm just using a 2-part plastic weld that I got at the local auto parts store. We used it before and had pretty decent luck on body parts that don't really move or flex much once they're in place. Pete's sake. Anywho, yeah, so I just wanted to tell you what I was using in case you're curious. Comes in a little black tube. It's usually Permatex. I use a lot of their products. I mean, most people do. So, yeah, I just wanted to drop in and say that too. Yeah, so looking at it, I was right. This is the bumper we took off. You see all these silver, basically they're threaded deals that the bolts go into. They just snap into place. We'll have to pull all those and place them in the blank holes on the new bumper cover. So I'm just going to get some pliers and just pinch them together on the bottom, and they should just pop straight up and out towards you. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So actually on these things, I just grabbed them with the pliers. You might be able to see it in that time lapse, but just twisted them right off, and they broke right off there. Like, they were not attached very well. And instead of risking pinching my fingers over and over again, getting all these little clips to come out, just a pair of cutters. And I'm just, let's see if I can catch this on camera, but what I'm doing is I'm just cutting it like right here and here, like this. Just really easy. I mean, you're not going to hurt the metal, so just clipping the plastic like that. Let's get it to where it cuts through all the way. Anyway, that way I'm not spending all that time trying to press them out, and they just come right out. Then just discard the plastic, and it's ready for the new bumper that way. I only got a couple more, so I'll let you guys painfully watch me do it real quick. Instead of putting it on a time lapse, get a little commentary in here. Not that I really have anything to talk about, but oh, that's good stuff. Truthfully, the Jeeps are all really simple. I mean, a lot of stuff is like plug and play. They have tons of aftermarket for them. They're pretty sharp. They're tiny vehicles, though. I mean, I'm not a really big guy, but, you know, 255, 5'10".
You sure about that?
And they feel small. Honestly, they feel tighter than the old Cherokee, like I have back there in the back. They're just smaller vehicles, if you know what I mean. Not something you'd catch me wanting to daily, really. And I'm sure they don't get the greatest of fuel mileage, especially if you put bigger wheels and tires and stuff like everybody does. I'm sure they're not great. I'm on my last one here. Then we'll see how good they snap into the new bumper here. We'll experience it together. All great. I don't care about this, so we're just gonna spin it around. Set it right there, so we got a little tray to work out of. Move all these pliers I didn't need. I thought that was gonna be much more of a pain than it really was. All right. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see those little clips while I'm putting them in, but just grab a handful of them. Basically the reverse process. And I do have this set on a moving blanket so we're not scuffing it all up. Yeah, they just snap right in. And I'm just putting them side to side. I don't think the direction really matters on these. We're just going to snap them all into place here. Sounds like you either got a cat or something playing around behind me over there. Could be one of the kids. I hear they're out back playing, so hard to say. Always got something small creeping up on me. So I'm just putting them all in the same way, so if it is the wrong way, they all fail together. At least consistent, right? And I'm being kind of cautious just because of how easy they came off the other bumper. I don't want to break them off the new bumper because then I would be responsible for it. And I don't want to be responsible for it. I'm coming up one clip short. Didn't miss one on this guy. I'm thinking, oh, nope, there's one under the vehicle. We got lucky. They all, even though there was a bunch of them that were broke out, they were all there. I can't believe it. I really can't, but what can I say? Sometimes you just get lucky. So if you do find yourself doing this, and or you have an accident with your Jeep, try and keep all these so you don't have to find them. Search for them on the ground, whatever you got to do. Make your life a lot easier, probably. Or I'm sure Tong Yang has some in stock for you. I've seen that name before. They must be a common replacement part provider from the great land overseas. Temu, whatever you gotta do. Oh, here we're gonna get some snow coming up next couple days again. That's not awesome. I was really hoping that nice weather would stick around, but I knew it was too good to be true. Alright, I got all those put in, so I should be good to go ahead and try and slap this guy back on. Let me make sure you guys aren't just looking at the floor. So, bring it back over here. Hopefully the lighting's decent in this video. I notice it looks a little different than normal. I don't know if it's the LEDs or just the darkness messing with it, but besides the point yet again. Alright, so I'm going to start with the tow hooks, I think. Let's see, maybe if I slide in from the bottom a little bit. Yeah, snap down and over. Just like that. Push it right into place. Alright, that's not too bad at all. I'd say they are bound to have a snazzy Jeep again. So we're just going to repeat the process of putting the bolts all back in that we took out. Basically just go around the perimeter and then start snapping all the clips back in. Before I put the fog light bezels in, we're going to put those oblique pieces back in so that way they can get their single bolt that holds them. we should be able to wrap it all up pretty easy like. So I'll put you guys on another time lapse to watch that, and should be good. We'll get the finished product here in a minute. Alright, so we got the bumper all swapped out. It's done. I got my inspection crew out here with me. These are my two daughters, my little boy, and my wife Sheila.
Can I try one?
Say hi. She said hi to the people, I guess, the camera. Whatever. Anywho, so yeah, got it all done, as you can see. Got that cleaned up, no more crack there. Everything lined up good. The few pieces that I had to plastic weld that were broke from the accident are all taken care of. I just snugged them in. The only thing he has is this piece is bowed out a little bit, which he said he bent it back, so you know, it's very unnoticeable. You can just see this little piece here. Overall, it looks really good, and hopefully his girlfriend's happy with it. So thanks for stopping in and watching this quick video on this Jeep. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like and subscribe. I'm bad at outros. See you guys.
Thanks for watching.